more ways. No, I'm not talking. I'm actually live right now. Introducing management moderation. These users have the same capabilities as standard moderators, but in addition, they can manage blocked words and change that mode in live. Oh, yeah. I hope no one is acting nasty on here. Whoever pulls up, I hope they behave themselves. So yeah, guys, I'm finally going live. You know, I'm at 50 subscribers now. We passed 50 subscribers, so we finally can go live. So yeah, basically, I don't know what I'm gonna make this live about. It's really I want to explain. I know I kind of want to go through like what Platform Pioneers actually is. Okay, it's really a platform. It's a channel that I created for everyone. It's for the public. It's mainly I'm just gonna bring a whole bunch of topics up. But for the most part, it's like technology hub. You know, and I'm gonna go over some public news, but it's mainly a technology hub, innovative technology, like new cutting edge stuff too, and even we might go over some history with technology and the history of what makes technology what technology is today. You know, we might just go back in time, but yeah, I'm excited. You know, but I don't know. There's a lot of cover though. Really, I'm before I actually the about section. I had took that down because I know I've learned over the years. I know I've learned many things over the years on just social media management, just targeting my audience on all different platforms, even YouTube. YouTube is actually the newest platform that I'm on now. Um, I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I'm on TikTok, but YouTube is more of a worldly platform. I think that Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I think that those platforms are more like when you first start them. You open an account, you share something. You're basically reaching. You're trying to reach your target audience, and that's what you're trying to do at first. You're targeting the people that resonate with your message. With what your content stands for, and so at first I was like, you know what? Let me create this YouTube channel, but let me just, insert in the about section of what I know, what I want to put out on the channel. And I haven't put those things out yet. They're all here. It's all cerebral capital, I call it, right? And I don't know. I feel like it's much easier, and it's much easier, like strenuous wise, on the platform. I don't want to strain you guys too much, even like my listeners. I don't want to confuse you guys, but I just want to start off where I'm just posting a lot of different stuff instead of narrowing my channel down to a linear, you know, into linear subjects. Yeah, I feel like I just want to just to remove that about this this that about description and give you guys a whole bunch of like jambalaya stuff, a whole bunch of messages that's like, that's tailored to like me, but that's also just like, value, like that people could use, anything that's real valuable, anything that, that you don't know how to do. If I know how to do something, I'm just going to put it out. And I never even thought that. I never thought that way of just knowing how to do something and then just putting it out on YouTube, because people want to learn on YouTube. You know what I mean? And I felt like it's important to do that. Yes, Jesus. Yes, Jesus does love everyone. As to you, Jesus loves you. Humphrey Dema. Is that how you say your name, Humphrey? Humphrey Dema. Welcome, everyone. I appreciate you being on here as well. Like I said, this is a newly active channel, and I'm trying to put out some, public news, but really technology, new cutting edge technology and everything else in between too. Like everything that that I love to do, all my interests, you guys are gonna find out, and hopefully you guys have similar interests. And if you don't, that's fine too. Um, this is really like a channel that we can all build. You know, it's really, I'm not really gonna own this channel. It's like it's gonna be a channel for the public. I really don't want to take pride possession over it. I want to leave that pride behind, and I'm just gonna give the chance to you guys. I'm gonna make videos, and we're just gonna, go in and dialogue and engage and see what comes next. Because I feel like, as a whole, when we collectively engage in critical thinking, we could all make a big difference. Especially if you're raising enough money to do so. I'm big on that nowadays. I have big, I have so much going on right now, but I'm gonna go step by step. I think that's what I need to work on. I can't get ahead of myself. I want to work in increments, but I'm just so excited. I just have so much that I want to tell you guys, but I think I'm just gonna wait to like let you guys know. But yeah, it's gonna be exciting. There's gonna be a lot of challenges, a lot of giveaways, a lot of prize giveaways, cash giveaways. If you guys have Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, we're actually, you know what? Before I do all these giveaways and challenges, I'm gonna research like a financial app that is a lot safer to transfer money to users, to participating users, because I don't know. I've been studying the blockchain lately and about all that stuff, and so I should be, putting out some videos about that as well. So stay tuned for that, guys. I think this, our society's moving into a direction where we're into blockchain technology, and I've been studying about, crypto and stuff like that. Not really into it, but studying a lot about it, and you know, um, hopefully I can get into it someday. I think it's pretty fascinating, and I think there's different projects that I have in mind that support a lot of the blockchain technology. And I think it's so much more effective with that sort of technology if we're raising money for it. If we're starting a community to raise money for that type of those type of projects, whatever projects that we're engaging in. I think the most important thing is to raise money for it and kind of like, and then see if there's a way we could get it on the blockchain or support or even like invest in similar technology on certain exchanges. But that's like for something totally different, a totally different day, totally different video. But right now it's just me, just letting you know that I got up to 50 subscribers. This is about time. And I think, yeah, if your platform, if you're 17 years old and under, YouTube is, you have different requirements to, for the live features. And I think it's 17 and older. You can, I think you have 50, if you have 50 subscribers or more, you can go live. And then if you hit like a thousand, they'll give you like more, like 1,000 subscribers. They'll give you, like, YouTube will send you more live features that you can play around with like ads and this and that and what they're, who knows? I'll know when I start hitting more accolades. Um, but yeah, man, this YouTube channel is really, it's a small YouTube channel now. For the most part, I know what I want to put out, but I think what I'm gonna do now is put the things that I want to put out. I'm kind of in the back burner, and I want to put out more value. I want to put out more value of the things that I may know that you guys may not know. It could be just little things of just, I don't know, man. It could be anything. Um, but keeping everything more platform based, with apps, learning how to do things online, little tips and tricks on video editing, little tips and tricks on how to earn. online as well, because I did, we're gonna get into it, guys. Don't worry. There's a lot of different apps now that's just like you just people can just earn now just by uploading videos, and it's amazing. Yeah, and there's also challenges, different stuff that you could do personally for yourself too, and for your community. And I'm more excited about that more than anything. I'm big on just really saving up money, like saving enough money to like get a challenge going. You know what I mean? That's a program and a project that I'm always fascinated about. And and utilizing financial applications just to send money to winners. Like I was always big on that. And now, since things are looking a little bit better, I'll be in a better position to do that. Yeah, Jesus loves you too. I'm doing good, Lauren. How you doing? Yeah, guys, that's where I'm on right now. Um, but no, I was actually looking at this, right? At this lady. She's on. I didn't subscribe to her just yet because I just wanted to check her channel out. She goes by the name of Gina, but she was talking. She was discussing about similar topics of what I go, what I cover on my YouTube channel. But she goes more into like the like war and this and that of just like in the United States warring like with like China and this and that. I'm not really into like all that. I'm not real politicky on showing all that stuff because I'm not really tapped into all that. We really tapped into more of pushing things forward on using technology to making this world a better place and using the upcoming technology to make humans' lives a lot easier. That's what I'm on. But yeah, let me see what she's talking about because it's kind of fascinating. Yeah, my platform's more talking about like immigration, and just simply because I'm an immigrant. Well, I was considered an immigrant. I got my citizenship back in 2012, 2013 ish. I'm not even gonna lie. That's a lie. I got my citizenship back in back in '08 actually. '09, '08, 2012, 2013. I remember I had to renew it. But yeah, 2008. How can I forget? 2008. And Obama had the little ceremony afterwards. I remember that now. It was 2008 and then 2009. That was crazy, man. That was a crazy year because that's the year Obama was sworn into office. And the year after, yeah, 2009, I think it was the year after I got my citizenship. So yeah. And I recently got a replacement too back. I got a replacement, so that's pretty cool. I can show it to you guys. It's pretty cool. Yeah, maybe I can flip this camera around. I don't know if I can. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. Yep, there it is. I had to get a replacement because I lost the other one, but this took 7 months to get here, guys. And something that normally takes about a month, maybe 3 weeks, about under a month. But if it does, it'll take like maybe one or two, like maybe 2 months at tops, just depending on how many applications are being filed. But yeah, this took 7 months, guys. This is called a naturalization certificate. You get it when you're sworn into citizenship. When you're sworn by the in the state house. I was at the state house. We did like a nice ceremony. I had my hand against my heart, and the other hand went up. And I had to swear that that we abide by the rules, the laws of the land, and this and that and the third, yada yada yada. It was a while back, guys, so I don't remember all of what went down, but this is it. Yeah, and I waited 7 months for it. Why did I wait 7 months? You guys go in and guess. The economy was going. I don't know what was going on. It wasn't even the economy. It's just the government. You know, President Donald Trump thought it was all right to shut down everything. And you know what? I don't go against a lot of things that he's talking about, what he says. And of course, I don't agree with everything. But if we have people that are assigned to help filter out the things that we don't need in government that's causing us a lot of debt and that's not really working, cut them down. Cut them down. And if I have to wait 7 months for a document to start working or to do, guys, I haven't worked in months. Almost a year. Like, bro, that's crazy. But I had to wait for some stuff, man. And I lost this because my bag just walked away. You leave your bag just unattended somewhere at like a station for like 2 minutes, turn around, gone. Because people have problems. People still are struggling, and even with the pandemic that happened and with COVID and how coronavirus hit the nation, it's just people. There are people that have real hard addictive personalities that they turn right away. They turn into drugs. So if anything's fair game with them, they're like, wow, they don't care. It's just like they want to feed their fix so much, so bad that they don't care who they're stealing from to go and sell whatever they stole to just get the money to use to to buy their drugs, whatever it is. Yeah, and I got the short end of that stick by my bag being lifted and taken away. But yeah, we persevere and we get the right documents together to apply. And guys, this document was, guess how much this document cost? I'll wait. Head to the comments below. Guess how much this document was, chat. Let me know right now in the comments below. Guess. This is called a naturalization certificate. Okay? I'm a native from a different country, not from, United States of America, but from a different country, as you guys could see. It's written there somewhere. All right. Yeah. Anyone can guess? That document is $830. It was cheaper than that when I first got it, but now when I got the replacement, it's crazy, man. People, I don't know. This government is something else. For a piece of paper, bro. That's crazy. For a piece of paper. I mean, yeah, we got the right to vote with that piece of paper. We have the right to open certain businesses and have certain, grant certain perks in the business sector and a whole bunch of different stuff that, I don't know if with a citizen, you can open a bank account by being a citizen too. I think you have different perks with banks. But there are many things, I guess. I should actually look that up. I may make a video about that too. Who knows? Because at this point, I'm just trying to attract different audiences based on my variant of the things that I like, that I'm interested in. And so that's what basically this live's about. You know, like I said, I took down the about section. I took the about description of what the video of what the channel's about because I want this to be more of an open type of channel for now because it's a new channel. I don't want everything to be like real direct and linear. But later on, it will get that to that. But for all my 50 subscribers that were subscribed early, you guys already know what the channel's about, you know. But for those that are just now subscribing or going to be subscribing in the future, yeah, you guys are gonna see. But for now, we're just gonna start putting out some videos, whether short videos or on-demand videos on things that come about the day that I know how to do. It could be technology based, it could be platform digital based, like you know, social media based. And it also can be just little things around the house, little things around the office, um, advice, motivational advice, workout advice, like, or even like, nutrition, a little bit of nutrition stuff, just to see who you guys are, who's tuning into my platform, you know. But for the most part, it's definitely a technology-based platform. That's what I want to stick to. It's going to be technology with music, anything that technology hits, any industry that is new and cutting in advanced technology that has a whole bunch of new stuff coming out, whether it's healthcare, education, anything, automotive. It could be anything. Platform pioneers. That's what it is. You know, promoting new cutting edge technology and innovation, and a little bit of public news here and there. You know, that's what it is. I'm glad you guys tuned in though. For real, Ja. I'm glad. Humphrey, Dalma, y'all have a good night or good morning based on where you guys at. Who knows? I don't know if you guys are across the country. But yeah, that's what's so dope about YouTube is that I could post something right now and anybody could see it across the world. Like I said, like all the other platforms, I feel like they're more like vicinity based. When you put something out, you kind of just reaching your friends, your families, and then the people that they know. And then the algorithm goes into like what their interests are, if their interests are aligned to your interests. And it's just like a big tree that just branches out into the world, but it doesn't quite get everyone around the world because it's only, and I like it that way because it's a rank system based system. You know what I mean? The algorithm is rank choice. It's by like a rank choice system, which I like because I know back in the days, I think back in the '60s, that's how they probably back way further than that. Um, yeah, this government used to operate in a ranked choice way, where they, used to have ranked choice voting. But I think when we implement that same type of thinking, that same type of concept onto digital platforms, I think that's like the best thing ever. Everything's basically ranked choice. You have to like rank, and the way you rank is based by your popularity, pretty much. Who's watching your content and what value you're providing to people that's watching your content. And the rank choice system, the digital rank choice system with platforms nowadays, like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and all that, are also, they use digital tools, what I call digital tools, and the digital tools are like hashtags and you know um, handles, like at handle, like when the at sign before you put someone's name, that's called the handle. um you know what that is, I just, for me, those are considered digital tools. I don't know what you guys call them. I call them digital tools because I utilize those tools to reach other audiences. Okay, I call them. I use those tools to reach micro audiences because I'm already like my platform's already set to target my core audience. But even from like the the things that I like to do, all the interests that I'm into, like I could still be able to reach other people, like my micro audience from that specific core audience. I can reach others. So let me give you an example. Um, say that I like, and I gave this example before, but say like I like hot chocolate, right? And say it's a winter day out and it's snowing. All right, okay. And it doesn't have to be Christmas just yet, but let's say Christmas is just around the corner, right? I could be outside in the snow talking about the snow and how cold it is outside, this and that and the third. And next thing you know, I'm directing the conversation. I'm kind of like directing the conversation in a more of uh, of like a beverage type of content. Like the video kind of turns into like a beverage, like a hot chocolate type of content now. You know what I mean? See where I'm going with this? It can stem into different micro audiences. And now when I'm talking about hot chocolate, now I may think about, oh, guess what? I have a recipe and it's my favorite recipe and it's a secret recipe. I can't tell anyone just yet, but I can give you the basics of how to make this famous hot chocolate. And it's a family hot chocolate and it's tradition and it's cold out and Christmas is around the corner. This would be a nice present. And now I'm stemming in to somewhere where, I'm promoting my cooking. You see what I mean? Like you can get like a cooking type of segment going on here. And that's what I like to do. I like to attach my audiences to micro learnings or to micro niches that I have within myself. Um, yeah. So this is basically what it's all about, man. But I think, yeah, I think that's. I'm gonna wrap it up, but I think I want to watch this lady real quick because she was very interesting. She talks along the lines of the things that I talk about. Like I said, she's more into like war and Iran and Iraq, and I'm not even on that time. Like us kids, we're getting down to business. We're learning shit. Like we need to get things down packed to where we need to make the future a lot more advanced than it is now. You guys could talk about wars and this. Maybe okay, maybe that's all true and dandy, but guess what? We still have a job to do. Us kids still have a job to do, and we're not gonna just be focused on just things that are fearful and because there's a lot of fear mongers out there and they do things for a reason. There's always a reason behind it because it's always feasible to put fear and instill fear into the nation, especially if you want to either corner market or you want to get people all scared so they can tap into somewhere else where you can tap into their pockets. All right, yeah, America's like that. I mean, anybody's not all need. Anyone can think of ways to, you know, organize and manipulate and engineer. That's all it is. It's just engineering work. But anyways, I can't say anything's fake. I can't say anything's true or false, fake or real or unreal. I just go based off of what you guys get. I put something out and if we're, dissecting it, I'm going based off what the community thinks pretty much. I can't go based off of like what I'm seeing on. That's why I don't watch news. I don't watch like, public news. I don't watch the big network news. No, I don't really dive into those type of. I get news from the people. People open YouTube channels and this and that, and they get sources from people in places where they're actually going in and they're videotaping. That's how I get news. I'm not gonna get news from he says, she says, and I'm watching different clips on the news that's like a network, a big channel, Like, no, I'm not doing that. Like CNN and all these different news channels and all these, yeah, you'll find some viable news, but a lot of it's kind of like, it's like they used to, those big networks, they were using social media tactics on us before there was social media. Trust and believe, guys. We're just, we have the power now that we have all these, platforms at our disposal now, and we can basically do what they do now. And guess what? We don't have to pay for it. We don't have to pay thousands of dollars to put a billboard up. This is it right here. Imagine, like YouTube is gonna start. They're gonna start charging you guys, bro. That's why I've been telling everyone, yo, you open a YouTube account right away. You guys have been just slacking. These platforms are gonna start charging. YouTube, Facebook, Meta's gonna start charging because there's already they're commoditized. There's a huge deal, bro. There's billions of dollars within these digital platforms now. You guys have to understand that. These tech companies, they already have their money. But now they're charging because they want to open different projects. And they're also charging because it's not them that's charging. It's people that are getting hired and people that are getting outsourced to do some of the work that's charging, that's creating their own little projects, that's raising money to create their own little projects. That's who wants to charge. They email the big, you know, CEOs of YouTube and Facebook and all these platforms, and they suggest like, hey, we should charge because this is the plan that I have. And these are the signatures that I have within my community that's willing to support us. That's why YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, that's why they're going to be charging to open up, accounts with them. Because there are people like me and you that get together and build organizations that think that it's feasible to actually make that move. And I'm not mad at that because that's what's supposed to happen. And it's going to get a lot harder. Nothing's going to get easier. It's going to get a lot harder to like move up and progress in life if you're not stuck with technology, if you're not getting to know the ins and outs of the new cutting edge, softwares or any mechanics to do this. You gotta know about certain components too to make certain things work. That's why I'm trying to learn with different engineering, like chemical engineering, any type of engineering, bro. Really, even just to make plastics and rubber and stuff like that. Just trying to learn different things and how things come together. It's crazy, man. But these platforms are gonna they're gonna cost more. But I'm glad I opened up a YouTube account. And I thought it was too late. And I thought I was just left behind. There's so much to learn, but I'm glad I started. I should have started sooner, but I'm like, I'm pretty okay where I'm at now because I've learned so much over the years. Now I just have a whole bunch of, cerebral capital that I could just share to you guys. I could just put everything out. And now I've started the channel. Now I need to learn how to use it. I need to learn how to like create on the go. And so I'm not taking so much time out of my life. So that's why AI is pretty dope. You have a whole bunch of AI type of capabilities in these tools that are being created, and I'm so excited about that. I'm excited because I've met certain people in the past, whether they're students at MIT, and they're into like apps. They're into progressive web apps, and they're into just they're into creating their own native app, so it can work on certain platforms. Bro, it's amazing. There's a lot that we have to cover, and I'm excited. And you guys will catch all of it here on Platform Pioneers. Yes, you will. This is by far one of the coolest channels. I will guarantee it. There's so much culture that's behind this guy right here. And it's not just me. Like I said, this is not my platform. This is your platform. There are going to be other people that I'm going to bring on board, That's just what it's going to happen. It's just what it is. And they're going to feature what their variant is of what makes them special. Okay? Yeah, let me start this real quick. See what she's talking about.
This falls right on the heels of Christy Nome, if that's who it was. I don't know who it was, but they did a video
Let's put it up.
last night. It showed up on X of a nuclear winter. And I just read an article that the they warned if Israel dares strike, look at this. Iran threatens to attack the United States U.S. forces if Israel strikes nuclear sites. Well,
You guys hearing this?
they've just now started their attack right there. And President Trump said, war is imminent. Look, there's 5 signs war with Iran could be imminent. The climate surrounding Iran's nuclear program, regional powers heightening their defense postures. President Trump is meeting at Camp David. He already had his meeting.
This is live, guys.
They were talking about war that was imminent.
It was live.
Said it too.
She just posted this an hour ago, but she was live.
Preemptive strikes, military confirmation collapse the existing. Remember the prophecy that came through? Something affecting a world leader.
And shout out to her, man. She goes by the name of Gina Marie Collin Hill. If you guys want to check her out, you can. But I just wanted to touch base on just a little bit of what she's talking about, because
the economies would crash. I told you, now look, we're right here. You don't got no more time. You be lucky if you go to the store and get whatever you can to prepare. This is not a drill. It's not a game. This is not a game. Go get supplies while you can. It feels like the world is going to hell in a handbasket. That's a phrase. All hell is going to break loose if the Ayatollah, is that who he is? Right here. Ayatollah Khomeini. If he follows through and they start attacking, there's a third world war right there. Third world war. We've already got the protests that are erupting on the street on the 14th, all around the United States. And there were already some Iranians, they were calling for jihad in the United States. In case you hadn't heard, they called for jihad. Well, all this rioting and stuff, but they got to put their operatives right in there. It's all she wrote. It's all she wrote. It's not a game. It is not a game. Witkoff said to warn Iranian response to Israel strikes could lead to mass casualties. Tulsi Gabbard, was that who it was? Let me pull up Tulsi Gabbard. I think she was the one who did the video.
What do you guys think about all that, man? Let me know, chat. I really want to understand this, because there's a lot of things that people say that's, like, personally, when I was growing up, there's a lot of kids that talked about, that was just spreading rumors around and saying this and that about somebody else. And then come to find out, if you go to the main source, that person, if you go to that person and actually speak to that person, to share a conversation, you'll soon find out that that person is not the same person that these other people were painting that person to be. Like, so now we're adults, okay? Think about it now. Now we're adults. We've learned much things over the years, many things over the years. So imagine now with like technology at our disposal, you know, we're old enough to make decisions. We're old enough to buy our own cellular device. We're just old enough to learn different ways to tell a lie for other people to believe us. Right? Like, but a lot of some of the things that she's talking about is valid, because this country and the world is actually, it needs to shape up, because if it doesn't, we'll soon see a third world war. That's like fact. We just know that. you know, but to the extent that she's like, oh, I think is when you're in a different realm and you're tapped into a different frequency in your life, you don't get to see that type of stuff. When you have God on your side, you have God in your life, he places you somewhere different. So you don't get to witness all of that. People that get to witness, people that and I'm saying this as if like it's a prize. Oh, you get to witness some. No, people that witness some of this stuff are actually supposed to witness, are actually falling because of, you know, who knows. When if you make the decisions in your life, and based off your decisions, you are going to reap the benefits, whether it's good or bad. But don't put out news to fearmonger, to put fear, instill fear on everyone on what you're experiencing within your universe based off the choices that you made. Okay? I mean, that's how I take it, guys. What do you think? Chat, let me know, man. Let me know what's going on, because let me know. Have you ever been around someone like that that tries to instill fear in you because of their failures, and they try to pour their failures onto you? Let me know.
X, let me pull her up on another search engine, if I can do it. She did that video, Tulsi Gabbard. She warned of a nuclear winter.
Who's
Tulsi
grandma?
Gabbard,
She's pretty hot.
ex-nuclear. She went over to Fukushima. There she is, right here. She warned of a nuclear threat in social media 1 day ago. Holocaust. Let's listen to it. Wait a minute. No, I want to hear her. I don't want them talking. I just want to hear it. I want to hear what she had to say.
Lady, sooner or later, we're going to shut you off. You're taking way too long. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. One, we can't hear it. And two, I'm not diving into that because we're not trying to tap into that. I'm glad I didn't subscribe to her channel. I saw it on my phone. I was on my handheld. I'm like, hold on, let me go on the big screen, on the touch screen. Let me see what's going on. And then I pulled up on here and I started reading up on what she was talking about. And we're not gonna dive into that. I'm sorry. Let's learn. I like to learn. I like to get on here and learn, really, guys. I really do. I really like to get on here and learn. But this is her channel, guys, if you guys want to check her out. And you don't see that much often where other YouTubers are, you know, paying homage, or not paying homage, but, promoting someone else's channel. I'm not really promoting her channel. I just thought that if I'm viewing, and guys, take notes of this too. I just thought that, if I'm viewing, if I'm kind of like, if I'm putting someone's channel out in public onto my channel, I really don't have the rights to do that. So by being respectful, I kind of show homage. I kind of like let everyone know, like, hey, guys, if you guys want to go check her out, go check her out. This is her name. I think that's the best thing to do, because you don't want to put someone's channel out there onto your platform. It's not like I'm really dissecting on her platform and I'm going in and making my own videos based off the things that she's talking about. I just wanted to share something that I was doing at the time, and I just wanted to elaborate on a little bit of what she's talking about, but it really doesn't align with my YouTube channel. But that's what I just want to show you guys what I was up to. She was the one that I was attending to. She caught my attention, and I thought you guys, and I wanted to share it with her, with you guys. She caught my attention. I wanted to share it with you guys. Really, that's all that was. She was talking a little bit more about on the war and this, and we're not on that time. Us kids, we're building things. Like, this is a new world. We are building things to really set things going. Like, we need to set things to go far. All right. What else is on here? I think that's it, man. We're not really trying to promote anyone else's channel on here, really. But just remember that, guys. If you have, like, something pops up with someone else's channel, you know, that, and you're on live, or maybe you're making an on-demand video and you happen to, like, scan someone's channel onto your live feed, just to, like, briefly, go over some of the things that you're talking about in your channel, and you happen to have, like, your channel happens to read some of their channel description. You guys want to let, the public know, because we don't have rights to post anything that someone else has. So it's good to kind of say, to your audience, hey guys, if you guys want to go check her out, go ahead, check her out. This is her name. It's a respectful thing. That's called social media etiquette, guys. Social media etiquette. That's what it is. Social media etiquette. Yeah, man. That's it, guys. I think that we covered everything today. What I really wanted to talk about what the platform is. I was just psyched that I got 50 subscribers and we hit that live mark. We can go live now. But I think if you're like I said, if you're under 17 years old, I think you need like 1,000 subscribers to go live. I mean, I don't know. I think it depends on your channel, how it progresses, how your channel is growing. And it also goes based off of your age too. That's highly important. So remember that, guys. Yeah, man. This is Jay Sléy. I'm out. I finally got my live video, baby. Yeah. Stay tuned, guys. And remember, like and subscribe. And if you like, subscribe. And subscribe if you like. Remember that. Because we got more to come. And I hope you guys stick with me throughout the whole ride. This is going to be fun. Peace.